What is a hero? Well, the dictionary defines one as a person noted for feats of courage, especially one who has risked or sacrificed his or her life. But a hero cannot be defined by words, but by actions.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Actions fueled by heart and soul. Heroes all have one thing in common. They answer the call.
I think that we all have an opportunity in life to step forward and really take care of one another.
These everyday heroes didn't hesitate. As hurricanes raged around them, they didn't waver. These are the heroes of the storms. I'm meteorologist Jim Cantori. I've made a career of being in the middle of storms, and I love it. But there's more to weather than storms. Some people live where they have to deal with harsh or unusual conditions on a daily basis. On Cantori Stories, we'll take you to these places. You'll meet the people that call them home, and we'll immerse you in their culture. On this episode, Hurricane Heroes. Hurricanes, one of Mother Nature's most powerful forces. When they come ashore, they can disrupt and destroy lives, leaving a trail of tragedy behind. Everyone hears about the victims, as they should, but what about those that accept a higher calling? Act selflessly for the goodness of others in need. What is it about the storm that reveals hurricane heroes? Since 2004, hurricanes have accounted for more than $190 billion of damage in the U.S. alone, and they've been responsible for nearly 2,000 fatalities in that same time period. But the death toll and suffering would be far greater without the countless heroes. For many, like the Coast Guard, it's their job. Some feel it's their duty under the laws of mankind to help their neighbors. And others, like a mild-mannered hotel manager, are thrust into action. Hurricanes can even provide the inspiration for kids to make a difference. We'll introduce you to all these extraordinary people that in one way or another have become hurricane heroes. In 2004, Hurricane Ivan pounded the Florida Panhandle with monster waves on top of 10 to 15 foot surge. The aftermath was filled with anxiety and frustration. But that's what created the concept for our youngest hurricane hero. After Ivan, thousands were left homeless without water and power. Checkpoints were established where soldiers were handing out ice and water, but there was animosity in the air.
I saw people yelling at them, complaining of the long lines, and why couldn't they get more so that they didn't have to come back as often, and I didn't like that. So I went home with my friends and made cards for the troops, and when I went back, they all loved it, and I just wanted to keep doing it.
In the very beginning, it was simple. She was putting out 30, 50 packages a month. I mean, we went from investing maybe 5 to 10 hours at the most a week to where now we're up to 40, 60 hours a week that each one of us is putting in.
Getting something at all is a blessing in itself, and just knowing that there are young people here in this country that believe and support our troops is a heartwarming thing to any military service member.
With the help of some local schools, Hero Hugs has sent over 65,000 care packages overseas since 2004.
Well, we usually start off with an empty box, and we go through an assembly, and we pack in some cookies and some peanuts and some granola bars. We'll add a note at the end, and then we'll close it all up.
We definitely felt a hug from someone when we got these packages. And I got to have an added benefit when I got to come home and to give her a hug, letting her know that she is definitely a hero in our eyes.
I don't think I'm a hero because of what I do. I'm just doing this for the troops because I want them to know that someone appreciates what they're doing.
Bailey often receives letters of gratitude from the troops, and she was even recognized by the Commander-in-Chief.
That was pretty cool. I got to go to the White House to have a meeting with him and several other people about how he thought of what the troops are doing.
A lot of the troops, when they found out that he had invited her and had her come, they were really impressed with him having taken the time to thank this kid for the efforts that she was doing and what she was doing for the troops.
Another thing she did for the troops was create a mascot that she sent to Iraq and Afghanistan. The mascot's name? Hero.
went to Build-A-Bear and made them, and when I sent them overseas, I started getting pictures back from the soldiers, like some funny pictures and some just regular ones of him.
But the face of this nonprofit organization is and always will be, now, 15-year-old Bailey.
One thing people comment all the time is that she's always got a smile on her face, and I think a lot of that is that she's kind of, by helping other people and doing so much for others, she's kind of realized that it's not really what you have in life that matters, but what you give.
She's kind of like my role model. I want to be like Bailey and help out any way I can.
I'm just a kid that's trying to support the troops and know that they're doing something good and that they should keep doing it because they're making the world a better place for us to grow up in.
When hurricanes strike our coastlines, creating panic and destruction, there is a rare breed of individuals who step in. They ease anxiety, they save lives, they offer a glimmer of light when there is only darkness. They are the Hurricane Heroes.
I don't really want to go through something like that ever again, but if I was ever put into the situation again, I wouldn't run from it, but I certainly would not want to be in it because it's scary.
I'm just a kid that's trying to support the troops and know that they're doing something good and that they should keep doing it because they're making the world a better place for us to grow up in.
Every night I had to take that boat home, hearing people screaming for me. And it's echoing across the water. So, to be able to get out there in the morning and really help some other people is very fulfilling.